Hello and welcome to this special edition of the interview here on France 24. We're today with Vitali Klitschko. He's the mayor of Kyiv, and his brother Vladimir, who is a member of the Self-Defense Forces. Vitali, thank you very much. I want to ask you very simply, what is the situation in Kyiv? We are hearing that the Russian forces are arriving very, very close to the capital where you're speaking from.
Right now, the situation in Kyiv it's not easy. We have a lot of Russian forces coming from northern and from east to Kyiv. They surround 15-20 kilometers from center of Kyiv, but we make a circle around Kyiv with our military forces. Ukrainian soldiers defend the Kyiv. Long time. Actually is target of Russians is capital of Ukraine, and the Russians try to make circle around Kyiv, to make blockade, to block the Kyiv, but our Ukrainian soldiers destroyed the plans of Russians, and we're very proud to have very tough soldiers who defend our houses, our city, and our country. Situation right now under control in capital. We have electricity, we have water, heating, but situation is not easy. Not easy because the citizens of Kyiv spent already 2 weeks in underground, non-stop. We listen bombing attack, siren in our city. It's mean everybody have to be in the bunker. People is no panic, but people, to be honest, is very nervous. We have, thank you very much for humanitarian help, for Red Cross, for many organizations and people who support Ukraine and send product, medical stuff to our city. And right now we have reserve in our hometown, because the war is disaster for our country. Logistic is broke, the economy doesn't work, and right now every day died civilian, children, women, old people, and yes, of course, died our soldier.
Obviously, there must be a concern. You're seeing the second city of the country, Kharkiv, being bombed. There are precedents of what Russia did in Grozny, in Chechnya, in Aleppo, in Syria. So are you concerned that there might be a full-fledged assault to try maybe to raise Kyiv?
It's not just the concerns, it's the reality. We've seen it, and these images cannot lie, that the city of Kharkiv, and not only, been bombarded, the districts of the city where civilians are, residential areas of the city, where no infrastructure, meaning important for military to destroy for the Russians. They're just destroying human life, killing children, families, and destroying houses. This has nothing to do with the war against Ukrainian army, so to speak, as Russians trying to say it. This is complete killing of the civilians, and that must be stopped. This bombarding, been all around the country. Even the west of the country has been attacked today. Up to 1,000 Russian rockets have landed in the past days on the Ukrainian soil. Huge army, Russian army is trying to surround the capital of Ukraine, the city of Kyiv. There are fights, while we're speaking, there are fights going on around the capital, and Ukrainians defending with the will and belief our home. We're standing on the ground and defending ourselves. Yes, we did receive humanitarian help We have received some of the military equipment, but it's never enough. It's not enough. We definitely need to act together because we're protecting our freedom and our choice and the democratical values of the Western world.
Right.
We definitely need your support and economical isolation of Russia, because every single dollar, euro, whatever you name it, that is getting to the budgets of Russians are going to be used for weapons to kill Ukrainians now.
Right.
And there is no end to see.
Right. Vitali, I mean, are you fearing that there is no decision to enforce a no-fly zone by Western countries? They've said no. Even giving planes to Ukraine seems to be a problem. Do you fear that if this doesn't happen, there will be aerial bombardment of Kyiv in the hours or the days to come? Is this your biggest fear?
The message for everyone. We're fighting not just for Ukraine and defending not just our houses and our families. It's dangerous right now is everyone in Europe. This war touched everyone. Millions of people already moved and find the safety zone, safety place.
Somewhere in the West.
Thousands of the people killed already. Right now, we're fighting. We're ready to defend our country, but we need help because we fight for exactly the same values, democratic values, exactly the same principles, what we have in Europe. The reason of this war, and everyone have to understand, the reason of the war, because Ukraine decided to be the part of European family. The Russians want to rebuild Russian empire. And our plans, they not accept. They want to implement the idea to rebuild Soviet Union. We was in USSR and we don't want back to USSR. That's why right now we need help. We need military equipment. Modern military equipment, because we stay front of one of the strongest army in the world, Russian army. But we show, Ukrainian soldiers showed great, perfect performance. Destroyed all plans. It's not secret. The Russians have plans in a couple of days to catch and take the Kyiv. Our soldiers destroy these plans. We're ready to defend our country, defend our city, defend our family, also defend the same principles what you have also in the front. We need military support.
Right. Vitali, you're involved in those self-defense forces. I mean, are you involved in actual fighting around Kyiv right now?
Right now, I'm responsible to deliver service, the heating, the electricity, water, gas, and make a service to the people. But I am together with everyone who fight. And if will be need, I take the weapons and defend our families, defend our countries.
Right. How many people have left the capital? There were 3.5 million people before the war.
Right now, left the city, women, children, and men stay in the Kyiv. We guess right now around 2 million people stay in the Kyiv. Kyiv is one of the largest city in East Europe, and we built right now 4 posts from Kyiv. And I can promise to everyone, we never give up. We'll be fighting, and we never give our hometown to the Russians.
Right. Vladimir, if you had in front of you Vladimir Putin, what would you tell him?
It's not just myself, but there've been even French President Macron speaking to him multiple times. You cannot understand ill mind. Vladimir Putin is not living in the real world. The real person will never, and healthy person will never do what he's doing, what Putin's Russia doing in Ukraine. killing the innocent. I think all the conversations are probably gonna go to nothing. There is not much to say. Action speaks louder than words. Russian army is killing civilians. That's the action. That's the image of the Russian army and of the President Putin.
Right. Just as a conclusion to both of you, are you going to stay in Kyiv, whatever happens?
We stay in Kyiv. Citizens of Kyiv give me right to defend the city, defend the interest of the population in our hometown. And that's why we stay in Kyiv. We defend our citizens, we defend our city, and we defend our country.
And I have to say, I'm really proud of our women. Yes, especially accent on women. Some women left with children, some others left the children in the West and came back. And they are in the military and territorial defense and defending our country. Women and men, I'm proud of our Ukrainians, compatriots, and I'm proud to be Ukrainian.
I go around the city and check blog posts, and I see the people there, civilian, who never ever have idea to take the weapons in hand. Right now they change, and right now with military uniform, with weapons with the hand, doctors, musicians, actors, the very peaceful profession, but right now they doesn't have a choice to defend our children and our families.
Vitali and Vladimir Klitschko, I want to thank you very much for taking some of your precious time in those very difficult circumstances and speaking to France 24 from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Thank you so much.
One small message: stay with us. Unity with principles, with values is our key to win. Stay with Ukraine. We're fighting not just for Ukraine. We're fighting for everyone in Europe. It's very important. Unity, the key for freedom. Thank you very much for support of our country.
We love every one of you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again, and thank you for watching this special edition of the interview here on France 24.